Hello, everybody. So this afternoon, Matt Bloomfield, manager of Wickham, Pete Cohig, and Rob Cohig were on Knowing Me, Knowing Blues, or Ringing the Blues, live on YouTube and on Wickham Sound. So I listened to the full interview and I have taken down anything that I think of note. So anything that I think is important from this, I'll let you know now. So you don't have to listen to all the hour and a half of it. So, first of all, there have been complaints about prices in the shop, and they were asked whether they agree with this. This was a financial side of it, and Rob Cohig said that we would like everything cheaper, but fans also want us to spend more. So for the time being, it seems things will remain at the price they are. They said they've looked at different models on how to sell things, and that the model they've chosen right now gives them the best cost and profit margin while still allowing most fans to get access to most of the important equipment. I do believe it can be cheaper. However, they have chosen this model, and that seemed to be that. So, another thing was that there may be a possible increase in money available for transfers. However, Rob Cohig said there was a possible increase. However, Pete Cohig, the director, walked them down a little bit. However, they have mentioned that the budget is sufficient to allow us to compete at this division, which depends what you mean. That's a very how long is a length of rope sort of question. But it does mean there will be money there for Matt to use. We will be moving to, and there was confirmation, sorry, that we'll be moving to a buy to sell model. So that was something they said they looked at analyses when they came in, financial documents stating how they would raise money. They said that the amount of money they get from merchandising sales and tickets at Adams Park were not enough to sustain the club. So it was a necessity that we created that B team like Brentford did. This does mean that there will be the necessity to sell players. He mentioned Chris Frino-Joseph and Jasper Pattenden, interestingly, as two of the players of an example. Chris Frino-Joseph obviously has been linked with a move to QPR. I believe a number I saw quoted was about 500k, which coming in on a free, playing for 2 seasons, leaving in 500k, that is a good profit. Richard Keogh's transfer was brought up. He brings experience and leadership, but he's not here to be a cheerleader, was the direct quote. So it looks like he is here to play games. He played, if I remember correctly, 14 games last season. It is possible we see him playing more. Ipswich did have a very, very strong squad and could allow him to have more of a ceremonial role, whereas even our players who are perhaps there as leaders will need to play regularly, like JJ did, like Matt Bloomfield did, like Akinfenwa did. Richard Keogh, the same, will go. Loans, there are quite possibly several loans coming in. We think we're close to a couple of great loans. However, they don't want to announce anything or get ahead of themselves until they are officially done and signed. Pete Cohig said, for example, something I said the other day, which is it's not as easy as it looks in Football Manager or FIFA. They are very, very difficult. Not only do they have to be a good player, obviously, but they have to be the right type of player. They spend a lot of time looking at this. So there was the big, big potential of loans coming in. Theoretically, we may see some coming in within the next week or so. That is something to look forward to. They're particularly looking for players who can rotate in and out positions, like Jack Rim, who can play centre back and right back. You have Wheeler, who can play, well, every position on the pitch, I think. JJ can play centre back and left back. They're looking for players who can play multiple positions and possibly loanies who can do that as well. Trying to see if anything else. So one statistic I found quite interesting, given with the development squad, was that on average for summer, 50 to 60 trialists are brought in for the development squad. of which they sign about 5, 6, 7-ish. So we bring in a large amount of players. However, they likely train with the B team and are of course trialists who realistically will be playing with the first team. I'm not sure if first team trialists are included in that number, but Pete stated that while talking about the B team. They were asked about the style, whether Matt would try and do something differently. He spoke a lot of words that sound like they had meaning, but not a lot. But there did seem to be a sort of belief and a feeling that they're not going to stray too far from what they're good at. And he said he wants a style that will suit the players and win matches. What that style is remains to be seen, whether he tries to attain some of the longer balls or the more direct style we had from Gareth Ainsworth. We will see. I've read that bit. I literally just wrote it all in. Atmosphere. I made a video about this earlier about the atmosphere. So Phil directly mentioned it's important to get in contact with the 1887 Wycombe Wanderers FC Twitter account. He mentioned they had been established and how it was important for fans to engage with them. Now, he said it was a double-way street. Matt said it was a double-way street. He had moved his dugout to be close to the fans so he could celebrate with them. He did this at Colchester and he's doing this again now at Wycombe. But he says it's a double-way street. The players need to give something for the fans a cheer, but the fans need to spur the players on at the same time. Without one, the other can't succeed. So it's important that we do everything we can to improve the atmosphere, but I'm not going to talk in that in detail. We've already talked about that. Otherwise, it was a very interesting Q&A. I'll probably listen to it again. There were some things I missed, some things that maybe I wasn't paying attention properly, but it was very interesting to see how they're planning the long-term future. They mentioned planning up 2 to 3 summers ahead in terms of who's coming in and players in need to maybe let players go in. But I hope you all had a great day. I hope you loved that away kit. That's something I'm not going to mention because we've all seen it right now. Beautiful away kit. I'll be getting one. But have a great day.